Did you know there might be something missing from your plate? Something so crucial that its absence could be quietly, almost invisibly, weakening your legs, stealing your strength, and even jeopardizing your very independence. It's a startling thought, isn't it? We all want to stay strong, active, and self-reliant as we age. But what if the slow creep of muscle weakness, that difficulty getting up from a chair, or that nagging fear of a fall isn't just an inevitable part of getting older? What if it's linked to a dietary gap you might not even be aware of? You see, every single hour, many seniors face challenges, even hospital visits, because of falls tied directly to muscle loss. And here's a sobering fact that might surprise you. After the age of 60, it's possible to lose a significant chunk of your precious muscle mass, sometimes up to a third, often without any obvious warning signs. Doctors have a name for this condition: sarcopenia. It sounds a bit technical, but it's essentially the silent thief of strength, and it's a primary reason why many older adults find themselves needing more assistance, sometimes even leading to nursing home admissions, which, as you can imagine, brings a heavy emotional and financial toll on families. But here's where the story takes a turn, a more hopeful turn. What if I told you that this decline isn't necessarily a one-way street? Recent research, including fascinating studies from renowned institutions, is uncovering powerful ways certain foods, yes, common foods, can help turn the tide, potentially even reversing some of this muscle wasting, even for folks well into their 70s and 80s. And there's one particular type of nutrient found in a food group we'll delve into deeply that has shown truly remarkable results in clinical trials, actually helping to rebuild muscle that many healthcare professionals might have once thought was gone for good. Imagine that. Could addressing these dietary gaps be the missing piece in your health puzzle? Are you curious about what these muscle-sparing powerhouses might be? Before we dive into the specifics, I'd love to connect with you. Where are you watching from today? Go ahead and let me know in the comments section below. It's always wonderful to see our community reaching far and wide. And if you're serious about protecting your strength, maintaining your mobility, and living life on your own terms, make sure you stick with me through this entire discussion. Hit that like button if you're ready to learn, and definitely subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell, because you won't want to miss the insights we share regularly. Today, we're not just making a list of foods, we're going on an exploration. We're going to uncover the principles behind how certain dietary choices can be your secret weapon against muscle loss. This isn't about restrictive dieting, it's about smart, empowering nutrition. All right, let's talk about protein. Now, most of us know protein is important for muscles, right? But what if I told you that many seniors, even those who think they're getting enough, might be missing out on its full benefits simply because of the type of protein or the timing of when they eat it? It's a subtle distinction, but it can make a world of difference. Think about Greek yogurt. Many people reach for it, and for good reason. But do you know why it's often hailed as a superior choice, especially for seniors? It's not just any yogurt. The unique straining process it undergoes does something remarkable. It concentrates the protein, nearly doubling it compared to regular yogurt. We're talking about 15 to 20 grams of high-quality protein in a single 6-ounce serving. But the magic doesn't stop there. Greek yogurt is rich in something called casein protein. Now, why is casein a big deal? Because it's a slow-digesting protein. Imagine it releasing its muscle-building amino acids steadily over several hours. This is incredibly beneficial, especially if you have it before bedtime. Why? Because during that overnight fasting period, your muscles can be vulnerable to breakdown. Casein acts like a gentle, continuous supplier of building blocks, helping to prevent that nighttime muscle loss that can silently escalate. Isn't that fascinating? And it's not just Greek yogurt. Think about eggs. For years, eggs got a bit of a bad rap because of cholesterol concerns, didn't they? Many people, especially older adults, might have shied away from the yolk. But what if that was a mistake for muscle health? The truth is, a whole egg is a nutritional powerhouse. Yes, the white has protein, but the yolk contains almost half of the egg's total protein, plus vital nutrients like choline, vitamin D, and particularly an amino acid called leucine. Leucine is like a spark plug for muscle protein synthesis. It signals that your muscles to grow and repair. This is critical because as we age, our muscles can become a bit resistant to these growth signals. Leucine helps overcome that resistance. In fact, research from the University of Illinois suggested that consuming whole eggs after exercise led to a significantly greater muscle-building response compared to just egg whites with the same protein content. So, are you still separating your eggs? Perhaps it's time to reconsider. 1 or 2 whole eggs a day, especially at breakfast when protein intake is often lowest, could be a simple yet powerful strategy. And what about lean beef? It often gets grouped with less healthy red meats, but select cuts like sirloin or tenderloin offer a potent punch of high-quality, complete protein, around 25 grams in a 4-ounce serving. And like eggs, beef is an excellent source of leucine. Its amino acid profile is almost perfectly tailored to what human muscle tissue needs. Furthermore, beef provides creatine, a compound that helps with muscle energy, and bioavailable iron and B vitamins, all crucial for energy and oxygen transport to your muscles. Of course, moderation is key, perhaps 2 to 3 modest servings a week if it fits your dietary preferences and health needs. The takeaway here is that not all proteins are created equal in their impact, and when you consume them matters. Are you prioritizing high-quality, easily digestible protein sources spread throughout your day? It's something worth thinking about, isn't it? Now let's shift gears to an enemy that often works in the shadows: chronic, low-grade inflammation. Did you know that this type of persistent inflammation, which can be common as we age, is a major culprit in accelerating muscle degradation? It's like a slow, steady fire that gradually wears down your muscle tissue. So what if some of the foods you eat could act as powerful firefighters? This is where things like fatty fish come into the picture: salmon, mackerel, sardines. You've probably heard about omega-3 fatty acids, right? Specifically, EPA and DHA. These aren't just good for your heart. They are potent anti-inflammatory agents. Research strongly suggests they play a key role in taming that inflammation that leads to muscle breakdown in older adults. A serving of salmon not only gives you about 20 grams of excellent protein, but also those crucial omega-3s. And here's an interesting twist: these omega-3s can actually enhance your muscles' sensitivity to the protein you eat, making that protein work even harder for you. For seniors whose bodies sometimes don't respond as robustly to protein, this is a significant advantage. Studies have shown that older adults who regularly included fatty fish in their diet experienced noticeably less muscle loss over time. What if aiming for 2 servings a week could be a delicious way to protect your muscles? And then there's extra virgin olive oil. We often think of it for cooking, but its benefits go far beyond flavor. It's not a protein source, but its anti-inflammatory prowess makes it a cornerstone of a muscle-preserving diet. Olive oil contains a compound called oleocanthal, which has a fascinating property. It acts similarly to ibuprofen, helping to reduce that chronic low-grade inflammation that silently eats away at muscle. It can also improve insulin sensitivity, which is important because insulin resistance can impair how well your muscles use protein. So, drizzling a good quality extra virgin olive oil on your salads or cooked vegetables isn't just a culinary choice, it's a health strategy. 2 to 3 tablespoons a day could make a difference. Are you using it to its full potential? Let's not forget berries. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries. They might seem like a sweet treat, but they are packed with antioxidants like anthocyanins. As we age, our muscles become more vulnerable to oxidative damage from free radicals. Think of antioxidants as your body's internal rust-proofers. These compounds in berries help neutralize those damaging free radicals, protecting muscle cell membranes and the mitochondria, which are the tiny power plants within your muscle cells. They also play a role in managing inflammation. What if a daily cup of mixed berries, fresh or even frozen, as they retain their nutrients well, could be a delightful way to arm your muscles against daily wear and tear? And finally, nuts and seeds. Almonds, walnuts, pumpkin seeds. They offer a wonderful mix of plant protein, healthy fats, and micronutrients. Walnuts, for instance, provide plant-based omega-3s. Almonds are a good source of magnesium, a mineral many seniors are deficient in, which is crucial for muscle contraction and energy. Pumpkin seeds offer zinc, important for hormone health related to muscle. And many nuts and seeds contain vitamin E, a potent antioxidant. A small handful of mixed, unsalted nuts and seeds daily can be a powerful addition. The point is, taming inflammation through your diet is a proactive step you can take. It's not just about avoiding certain things, it's about adding these protective foods. Are you consciously including these anti-inflammatory champions in your meals? We've talked about protein and anti-inflammatory foods, but there's another layer to this: micronutrients. These are the vitamins and minerals that often don't get the spotlight, but without them, your muscles simply can't function optimally or protect themselves. What if a deficiency in one of these unsung heroes is subtly undermining your strength? Let's look at leafy green vegetables like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard. You might not immediately think muscle food, but their unique nutrient profile is incredibly valuable. One of their star components is nitrates. Your body converts nitrates into nitric oxide, a compound that works wonders for blood circulation. Improved blood flow to your muscles means better delivery of nutrients and more efficient removal of waste products. For older adults who might experience reduced blood flow, this is particularly important for muscle performance and recovery. But that's not all. These greens are rich in calcium, magnesium, and potassium, electrolytes vital for muscle contraction. A single cup of cooked spinach can provide nearly 40% of your daily magnesium needs. Could a deficiency in these minerals be contributing to those unexplained muscle cramps or feelings of weakness? Aiming for at least 2 cups of leafy greens daily, perhaps blended into a smoothie or sautéed as a side dish, could be a game changer. Then there are beans and legumes, often overlooked powerhouses. They provide decent protein, sure, but their real magic for muscle preservation in seniors might lie in their combination of slow-digesting protein and resistant starch, which feeds beneficial gut bacteria. We're learning more and more about the gut-muscle axis. A healthy gut can reduce systemic inflammation. Plus, beans are packed with minerals like potassium, magnesium, and iron. Iron deficiency, quite common in older adults, can significantly impair how your muscles use oxygen and produce energy. Think about it. If your muscles aren't getting enough oxygen, how can they perform? Including beans and legumes in your diet a few times a week could be a very smart move. We already touched on eggs for vitamin D and choline, and nuts and seeds for magnesium, zinc, and vitamin E. Each of these plays a critical role. Vitamin D is essential not just for bones, but for muscle function and strength. Choline is important for nerve function, which controls your muscles. Zinc supports hormone production, linked to muscle maintenance. Vitamin E protects muscle cells from damage. It's a complex interplay, isn't it? It's not just one nutrient, but a symphony of them working together. The question is, are you getting a wide enough variety of these micronutrient-rich foods to cover all your bases? Simply focusing on protein isn't enough if these crucial helpers are missing. Now, earlier I mentioned a particular type of nutrient that has shown exceptional promise in clinical trials for rebuilding muscle. And the competitor video you might have seen highlights whey protein as its #1 food. So, what's the real story with whey protein, especially for seniors? Is it the magic bullet many claim it to be? Whey protein is derived from dairy, and it's a complete protein, meaning it contains all the essential amino acids. Its biggest claim to fame is its incredibly high concentration of leucine, that muscle-triggering amino acid we talked about earlier. And importantly for seniors, whey is digested and absorbed very rapidly. This causes a quick spike in amino acids in your bloodstream, which can be very effective at stimulating muscle protein synthesis, especially in aging muscles that might be more resistant to growth signals. Studies, like those from McMaster University, have indeed shown impressive results. Older adults supplementing with whey protein sometimes experience significantly better muscle retention and gains in strength, especially when combined with resistance exercise. Whey also contains bioactive peptides that can improve blood flow, enhance insulin sensitivity, and even offer some anti-inflammatory benefits. Plus, it's a source of cysteine, which your body uses to make glutathione, a master antioxidant. All of this sounds fantastic, doesn't it? But here's where we need to adopt that cautious, balanced perspective, much like we discussed with vitamin supplements in our other videos. While whey protein can be a very effective tool, is it a food in the same way an egg or a piece of salmon is? Or is it more accurately described as a highly processed, concentrated nutritional supplement? For many seniors, especially those who struggle to meet their protein needs through whole foods alone, or those who are actively trying to rebuild muscle mass after an illness or period of inactivity, whey protein can be an incredibly valuable addition. A scoop providing 20 and 30 grams of protein, perhaps taken after physical activity, can give your muscles a powerful boost. However, it shouldn't replace a diet rich in whole, unprocessed foods. Those foods provide a complex matrix of nutrients, fiber, vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients that you simply won't get from an isolated protein powder. The danger, as with any supplement, is relying on it too heavily and neglecting the foundational importance of a balanced, whole food diet. Could it be that the real missing food isn't whey protein itself, but rather the overall dietary pattern that supports muscle health, of which whey can be one component? So, what's the takeaway on whey? It can be a potent ally in your fight against muscle loss, particularly if your protein intake is low or your needs are high. But it's a supplement to, not a substitute for, a diet rich in the other muscle-supporting foods we've discussed. If you're considering it, look for a quality whey isolate or concentrate with minimal added sugars or artificial ingredients. And as always, it's a good idea to think about it in the context of your overall health and perhaps even discuss it with your doctor or a nutritionist. What are your thoughts on whey protein? Have you used it? Share your experiences in the comments below. Now that we've explored these powerful food principles, it's crucial to remember that what you eat is just one part of the equation, albeit a very important one. Protecting your leg strength, your balance, and your independence as you age involves a holistic approach. The most wonderful diet in the world won't maintain your muscle mass if you're not also using those muscles. Regular physical activity, especially resistance exercise, is absolutely key. This doesn't mean you need to become a bodybuilder. Simple exercises using your own body weight, resistance bands, or light weights can make a huge difference in signaling your muscles to stay strong and grow. Activities like walking, swimming, Tai Chi, and yoga also contribute to overall fitness, balance, and flexibility. Are you incorporating movement into your daily routine? Even small amounts consistently are better than none at all. Adequate hydration is another factor often overlooked. Your muscles are about 75% water. Dehydration can lead to fatigue, cramps, and impaired muscle function. Are you drinking enough water throughout the day? And let's not forget sleep. During sleep, your body does crucial repair work, including muscle repair and growth. Chronic poor sleep can sabotage your efforts to maintain muscle. The message here is that these nutritional strategies work best when they are part of a bigger picture of a healthy, active lifestyle. It's about synergy, food, movement, rest, all working together. So, as we've seen today, combating age-related muscle loss isn't about finding one single magic food. It's about understanding the principles of good nutrition and making consistent, smart choices. It's about ensuring you're getting high-quality protein spread throughout your day, fighting inflammation with powerful plant compounds and healthy fats, and supplying your body with the essential micronutrients it needs to keep your muscles functioning at their best. The power to protect and even rebuild your strength is more within your reach than you might think. It doesn't have to be complicated. By incorporating more Greek yogurt, eggs, fatty fish, leafy greens, berries, nuts, seeds, beans, legumes, and using good quality olive oil, you are actively taking steps to nourish your muscles and safeguard your independence. And yes, for some, a quality whey protein supplement can be a helpful tool in that journey. The key is awareness and action. Take a look at your current diet. Where can you make small, sustainable changes based on what we've discussed today? Remember, it's not about perfection, but progress. Every healthy choice is a step in the right direction. I truly hope this discussion has inspired you and given you some practical strategies you can start using right away. Protecting your muscle mass after 60 isn't just about looking good. It's fundamental to maintaining your independence, minimizing your risk of falls, boosting your metabolism, and truly enhancing your overall quality of life. You deserve to feel strong, capable, and confident as you age. Now, I'd love to hear from you one last time. What's one food or one principle from our discussion today that you plan to focus on more in your own life? Sharing your intentions can be a powerful motivator. Let's support each other in the comments below. If you found this video helpful and informative, please give it a thumbs up. It really helps our channel reach more people who need this information. Share it with friends or family who might benefit. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss our next video. Thank you so much for watching and for being part of our community. Here's to your strength, your health, and living life fully on your own terms.